Merhaba arkadaşlar, Kurgan'a hoş geldiniz. Ekrem arkadaş çok sağ olsun bana bu oyunun Türkçe yapısı olduğunu hatırlattı. Varmış hakikaten bilmiyordum. O yüzden Türkçe öğrenmeye başladığımdan sonra umarım daha fazla insan ilgisini çeker. Çünkü hem çevirmekte çok kullanıcıları konuşuyorlar, yorucu oluyordu. Şimdi...
They know we are overwhelmed by this horrifying
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Have you heard of it?
I have...
Goodbye, Doc. Good evening, nurse.
Good evening.
Have you heard rumors of anything underhand going on here at the hospital?
No, Doctor. Never.
Goodbye, nurse.
Şimdi bu görevden, çünkü bu gizemden vazgeçmek istemiyorum. Nerede bu tüpet? Ben vampir
Good evening,
kapınızı dinliyorum.
Dr. Reed...
Seni koruyacağım. Hayır.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Peki. Şimdi eğer ki o yeşile tıklarsan seni koruyacağım. Bu gizemi daha fazla araştırmayacağım anlamına geliyor. Ve tabii ki bunu yapmayacağım. Bunlarla konuşmuşum geçen oyunda.
Dr. Reed, may I?
What can you tell?
Everyday folk don't know how bad it is. The papers certainly won't tell them. Not as long as the war is raging on, anyway.
News on the front stated that the Spanish flu was under control, at least in Britain.
It seemed to be for a while, but that was only last summer. It returned with a vengeance just over a month ago.
Bir hafta önce salgın tekrar başlamış.
What can you tell me about our patients
Yeah,
here at Pembroke?
This hospital was founded to help the East End poor and needy. But since the war and the quarantine, we've had all manner of folk.
Can you be more specific?
Well, veterans, the elderly, dock workers. We even have a few mental patients. If there's space, we take them.
For how long have you been working here, Nurse Crane?
I first volunteered at the Pembroke in 1911, a few months after Dr. Swansea was appointed.
And before you arrived here?
If you must know, this was my first job.
Well, Dr. Swansea certainly has confidence in your abilities. Are you in charge of the nursing staff?
Not in an official capacity, but the Pembroke doesn't always work above board, so to speak.
What about medical protocols?
Dr. Reed, we don't have the money and resources here at the Pembroke like they do in the West End. We do what we can.
How is the duty roster organized?
Everybody works until they can't. If there's time, they'll eat a meal and shed a silent tear.
Şeyde silent değil peki.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have had run-ins with the law?
Doctor, you've hardly been here and you're already questioning the moral fortitude of the staff.
Soracağım tabii.
Have you heard rumors about blackmail within the hospital?
I don't have time to listen to all the idle
Ya yürü git.
I'll see you...
I'm quite busy right now.
Thank you for your...
Tamam, konuşumu hatırladım şimdi.
What? What? What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Dr. Swansea is quite busy, and I need you to help me get acclimated. I have many questions.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
Şimdi bu kadını ben nereye tehdit etti onu düşünüyorum.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes. Just waiting for me to pop off they are.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round. The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Bu nereye getiriyor lan beni? Pippa Hawkins.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
Hey, buraya konmuş belli.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive. Let me get...
Goodbye.
Dorothy Crane. Hey. Sana
Good
konuşma
evening,
mı
Mr.
acaba?
Cox.
Dr. Reed. Still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favour.
Yorgunluk.
Only the strongest survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all like that.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad, and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
Evet, peşin teki ama.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
Adam tam sopalık.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in the hospital?
Blackmail? That's not my style. Too risky. The black market, though. Now that's where the money is.
How is you?
This is just...
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
Islak papuçlu. Peki. Peki. Hadi bay bay.
I'll leave you for now.
Islak papuçlu veletler. İzleyici dinle.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
Kesin kilitlidir. Aa değilmiş. İyi. Ve bu keyifli. Skal sesleri duyuyorum. Skal'dan daha büyük şeyler varmış gibi.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
Buramak istemiyorum, nefes alamıyorum. Da neredesin?
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Pardon, yanlışlıkla tıkladım. John'cum. Kurtulacak vatandaş. Tamam da neredesin? Aşağıdaymış. Varil kuruyorum, evet.
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
All right, Mr. Thatcher, you're safe now. Do you think you can reach the street by yourself?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
Hop. Tabii ki buradan çıkmıyoruz. Az önceki şeyi öldürmek istiyorum. Neredesin? Burada. adil mi şimdi Allah aşkına? Oo. Burayı biliyorum. Tabi söylemeyeceğim çünkü sürpriz. Şimdi Ejder'e atıyoruz ya. O zaman karşıyla kurtarma şimdi. Vampir avcısıymış bu.
What sort of creature is this?
Çok az iniyor.
Here's what's left of him. Not a lot to check, but I should anyway.
bir şey var burada. Asımsın paramlı kim olsun ol, yardım ol, yardım için 4 aya gör. Hile yok, ücret yok, soru yok. Darius Patriosk'un evini bul ve bu kuponu var.
Some voucher for a free check-up in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
Oğlum bu sesler nereden geliyor ya? Nereden geliyor? Salak. Fakir hiçbir şey yok.
I said stay away, sir. Oi, you listening? Stop! Get them weapons ready! We found one! Die, vermin! Your man! Die, vermin! Not dead,
Şimdi level atlamam gerekiyor ama oraya kadar gitsem mi acaba? Level atlamaya yolda atlarım ya. Nereden? Oraya atlayamıyoruz mu? Neyse. Şimdi buradaki elemanları döveceğiz mecbur. Buradan kapı açılmıyor tabi.
I cannot enter.
It's a leech! Kill it!
Stamina'ya dikkat et, stamina'ya dikkat et, stamina'ya dikkat et.
It's down! Finish it!
İlk denemede boss'u öldürmekten gurur duyuyorum. Nasıl öldürdüğümde de merak ediyorum.
This is no place for you, sir.
Back in the grave, you!
Peki. Heh. Yorgunluk tedavisi, anemi, sepsis. Hepsi yapabiliyor mu? Galiba. Bunu yapamıyorum, bunu yapamıyorum. Bronşit. Bilmeden yapmayalım şimdi. Bu zengin kan muhabbeti nerede gidiyor ya? Diğer tıkın aldığımız. Neyse. Vampir Derneği. Vampirler onun kuytu yerlerinde ve ahranlarında mı saklanıyor sanıyorsunuz? Hayır, bu da yakasında. Clarence Crossley sanırım vampir avcılarının lideriydi. Bir ara karşılaşıyoruz da sanırım vampirleri de çeviriyoruz, emin değilim. Şimdi level atlama vakti. Geçen neye vereceğime karar vermemiştim. Gölge sımsı. Vampir oldukça gölgeler verir, sonra patlasın diye onlara da atlanır. Patlama etkisiyle yani olduğum yere bir şey bırakıyorum ve düşmanlara yaklaştığında patlıyor. Sağ sol zıplayan birisi için iyi. Önlükle pençe atsam bu da fena değil. Pıhtılaşma oluyorum. Çünkü bosslara karşı epey faydalı olur bu. Dayanıklılık. Güzel, şimdi daha bir şey alabiliyoruz. Ne alalım? Ne alalım? Ne alalım? Büyük mahalle olayları. Yani bunu düşünmemeye çalışıyoruz. Düşerse daha fazla skanlar, daha fazla hastalıklar, bazı insanları ölebilir. Şimdi kapının burası nereye açılıyor?
It's locked, all right.
Niye? Peki.
No civilians allowed, sir. Let's pin it down!
Oğlum bak döverim sizi
I
ya.
cannot enter.
Yemin ederim Spolk. Harbiden nereden gittiğini de hatırlamıyorum bu Whitechapel'a.
It's locked.
Demek ki aşağıdan dolaşacağız. İnşallah doğru gidiyorumdur. Ki hayır gitmiyorum. ...18. Oo. Peki. Şimdi umarım doğru hatırlıyorumdur. Semt durumu ciddi. Ey. Evet, doğru hatırlıyorum.
I cannot enter.
Hadi. Şimdi buna küfretmeyin de ne diyeyim Allah aşkına ya. Yok, bu esaslık durmalı. Aylarca belki birazcık beş bizi sömürü, beş durmalı. Onlara kalmışsa yolu düşünüyorum. Haftalık kiralarını ödeyemeyen kadınlara. Hiç acele etmiyorum.
Get away from me! Don't touch me, you disgusting ants! Damn strangers are attacking me! Get away from me! Don't touch me with your disgusting hands!
Parlayan bir şey yok. Var mı? Varmış. Herhalde. Şimdi...
What happened? Who are you?
It's all right, sir. You're safe now.
Oh, a fellow Englishman. Thank you, sir. For a moment I thought those bloody heathens had killed me.
What are you doing here? This place is not safe.
Yeah, it's a cesspool, but it's mine. I came to collect some overdue rent, but those who still live here have gone completely bonkers.
You're very lucky to be alive.
Yeah, filthy immigrants. Fucking savages, every one of them. And now with this bloody fever, they're just animals.
You can find safety of sorts in Whitechapel. If you're quick and cautious, you'll be able to avoid the savages.
İlk asır soracaktım da işte soramıyorum. Şimdi sorduğumda tekrar şey diyecek. Aynı konuya
You had better
gelecek.
Safety.
Evet, parayı gördüm. Ama için şimdi tekrar yüklemesi sahnesine geri giremem. Niye ciddi arkadaşım? 18 level bir şeyle uğraşmak istemiyorum. Oo. Soğuk algınlığı. Aslında bunların hepsinden birer tane yapsam burada. Enis sonunda lazım olacak çünkü.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Lan!
We got one of them!
Filthy fucking beast!
When did you join the guard? 2 days ago. This is my first patrol. Die!
Oha ıskaladım. İyiymiş. Kendine gel, kendine gel. Oyun eski oldu biraz belli değil mi? O ne lan?
Over there! There's one of them! A leech!
Bana geliyorlar ya. Şu an kendimi çok zeki hissediyorum. Evet. Ha, geç. Buraya gitmeye gerek yok. Yol burası değil.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Bu kadar mı?
Fuck you all! Fuck it all! Stop it now, Albert, stop it!
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything. It ain't me.
Medication and drugs are a rare commodity in East London. So you picked an easy target, didn't you?
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
Goodbye, young.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets.
How are you, boy?
I'm...
Do you need assistance?
Please.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
Very funny.
Goodbye, young man.
Worse than a week-old lab.
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. And now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
You don't have anywhere to go? No family that would welcome you?
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
Adam muhtemelen hasta ve yanlış ilaç mı kullanıyor, nedir? Neyse, öğreniriz.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy he just frayed me last nerve.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar, a coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
It's a pity that doctors still practice such barbaric methods. It's a dishonor to our profession.
Now only the pills stop me thinking about this shit. To not hear the explosions. I'm even scared of the dark these days.
Cepheden döndüğünden beri yaşlı ihtiyacı var, savaş gazisi.
You don't seem well, Benjamin.
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
I will see you. Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
Güzel.
A gun?
O bini atladım.
Me, I'll not die in some piss stinking alley reeking worse
Migren.
than a week old labby.
Swanborough cordial can be the answer to...
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
Doktor
Jonathan.
Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Bunlar benim topluluklarım herhalde. Evet. Son balık görüyor. Alayım onu, merak etme. Şimdi bunları satmıyorum çünkü hepsini muhtemelen bir yerlere kullanacağım. İlaç kutuları, alkol şişeleri, evet. Demir tartarat. Afyonu... Neyse, tekrar gelirim ben.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really?
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Tamam da nereden araştıracağım?
It's locked, all right.
Oo. Gördüm şey şimdi.
It's locked.
Bunu bir ara gözlemlemem gerekiyor ama nerede? Hah, sonunda.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be from Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nethercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
It's locked. I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
What you mean, besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen?
Skallar.
Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Evet, Skallar işte.
Do you need help?
I only need you to put...
Right then. Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Can I offer you?
The name is Colossus.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
Most people don't become thugs when unemployed. This is a choice you made.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Ooh.
Goodbye.
Fancy buck.
Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I'd known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
It's never easy to find a new path in life, especially after the loss of a loved one.
I know.
But crime is certainly not the best option.
We've all had some rough times, haven't we?
I know.
But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against the Wet Boot Boy.
Goodbye.
Tamam, son kez daha bu herifle bir konuşalım. Nereye gittin sen? Neyse, sanırım 1 saate geçtik, hatta 1,5 saate geliyoruz. Yine bol bol konuşmam, biraz boss fight'ı, kurt adamlar. Umarım nasıl keyif alırsınız yine. Bu arada ekran hakikaten çok sağ sayende Türkçe yapmayı hatırladım. Kendinize iyi bakın.